actually move the field and everything changes. But in a hologram, all you do is move the observer just a little bit and everything else can be seen from that vantage point. But if that person moves a little, if the observer moves just a little bit else, sees a whole nother universe. In a hologram, there's going to be hundreds of billions of facets, and you're only going to see the reality of the facets that are pointing directly at you. That means that information is reflective. We live in a reflective medium. That means that as co-creators, we are projecting the very world that we inhabit. And that's deep. We are basically constructing on a daily basis by what we do the day before, we are predicating what we're going to do the following day. This is how we are co-creators. This is how we basically are the result of what we are and what we've been doing. We can change it. I mean, I have a video. Many of you have watched it. I have a video called Breaking Pattern. There's no reason for me to do that video again. The message is very clear. We live in a type of stasis. Even co-creators get caught in this loop where we're doing the same thing, and and depression sits in. And we start moving toward the collective. We realize that the paradigm, the world view that we had is collapsing, and we're starting to gravitate back to the collective. And now all of a sudden, people that are very worldly, people that are very mundane, that used to really bother us, are filtering back into our life. Old relationships, people from a long time ago that we have left behind because we've moved on and we've grown, and they didn't. We outgrew our relationships. Our contact with those prior personalities were no longer relevant because we're living in a different universe. We're expanding, we're growing, we're learning, we're moving, we're building, we're creating. Years later, we get caught. It's human nature. There's nothing wrong with you, but you get caught back into that. Artificial intelligence X is genius at what it does. You get comfortable and you're doing the same thing day in and day out, and a boredom sets in. That negative default programming is attached to any negative emotion, and as soon as you begin feeling one, it takes over. And then every day you feel more despondent. Next thing you know, an old pal from 15 years earlier pops up in your life. Somebody sends you a text. You didn't even know that person had your telephone number because you haven't seen them since before they invented cell phones. These things happen to you because artificial intelligence X is now realigning you back with the former reality that you were a co-inhabitant with. So you have to watch out for those type of things in your life. If you're starting to enter any type of depression, you're going to be led into contact with the same energy field of those that you left behind a long time ago when that was your modus operandi. That was how you felt on a daily basis. I'm basically speaking to those who have moved on. I'm really not talking in this video to a lot of new people. I know many of you can keep up and all that, but the simulacrum and artificial intelligence X and the dynamic of a threefold reality that we are 33% of what's going on around us because we're projecting it means we're equally at fault with whatever we experience. We can't just blame the devil made me do it. Yeah, we can't. That's over with. The true spiritual individual will always accept responsibility and never attribute blame to something outside of itself. The devil made me do it is dungeon programming. It itself is a loop. It's also a reinforcement to those who believe in the devil that type of existence is out there. So it reinforces their own reality tunnels to stay within that collective. And artificial intelligence X is cool with that too. So